Okay, it's Sunday the 13th of November. We're on the Australian dollar, US dollar, so let's have a look at this market for the trading week ahead. First of all, guys, if you do watch these videos regularly and if you do find them useful, please just take a couple of seconds to hit the like button below. It just lets me know that you are enjoying the videos and the content. Okay, so this market, basically what we've been going over repeatedly is the ascending triangle price squeeze. The sloping support level, we can come all the way back into January of this year. You can see it's being respected once again in May, and then we begin to squeeze right here. On Friday, we have broken below this sloping support line. Now, what's important to mention is the market needs to accept below here before we can look at it as a break. Price action like this, there's nothing to say that on Monday, price action won't shoot right back up again, and we will be looking at a false break similar to what we've seen right here. What I will say is it has been a strong break, so the potential for the overall break is definitely there. I'd like to see a candle on the daily time frame basically no longer making contact with this sloping support and resistance line. Going into next week, that's exactly what I'm going to be looking for. If the market continues to break down, or even if it just stalls a little bit here, that's the break I have been looking for. I will then be watching for some sort of a pullback into what will then become sloping resistance. It's very, very common price action to see that. And then I will be looking for negative price action. A break below this support and resistance line is very negative for this market now. As I've mentioned, it has been maintained since January of this year. So for it to now break, we are looking at the bearish side of this market taking over, going into the medium to longer term now. So apart from that, what are we looking at? Well, if the price action does just pop back up and we are seeing a false break, excuse me, we will be looking once again at the top of the ascending triangle, which has been acting as key resistance for a number of weeks now. The market coming down also, there's always going to be support below. Where are we going to be looking? These levels right here is where we start to see our first decent levels of support. The potential may be for the market to come down into these levels and then make the break back up into the sloping resistance line before we see that continuation. Down below there, we have further support down at these levels right here. You can actually come down to here. And price action breaking through, we can be looking for the breaks, the bounces, the continuations once again. Down below those levels, we have further support down at sort of 7,100, but really to get into key support levels, we're coming down towards 7,000, which potentially would be a fair amount coming off of the Australian dollar, US dollar. So guys, that is everything I'm going to be looking at in this market for next week. The key thing is now, is this market going to break and maintain the break of the sloping support and resistance line on this ascending triangle? If it does, those are the things I'm going to be looking for. The return into what would then become resistance be a very, very good area to look for continuation of the bearish price action. Support below, potentially an area where the market will make the bounce back up, or down below here, the market may just begin to crash away all the way down then would be the area I'd be watching for returns into key resistance for, once again, potential continuation to the downside. The break out of this level would turn this market negative, in the medium term. Okay, guys, as always, I hope that was helpful. I hope you all have a great trading week next week. I'm James Orr, and thank you.